Hello friends, welcome back to this YouTube channel, and today I'm going to give you summary all the lessons that I've learned from the Getting Things Done book by David Allen. Getting Things Done, which is the Art of Productivity book by David Allen, discusses about a productivity tool or a productivity framework that helps us to manage our time and taxes well without falling behind anything that we need to do. The 5 core principles that I've learned in the Get Things Done framework is: number 1, capture; the second one is clarify; the third one is organize; the fourth one is reflect; and the fifth one is engage. It is very easy for us to fall behind our things or in our daily lives because things are busy. It's very easy for us to miss that birthday invite or that wedding invite or that meeting invite because life gets busy. But this Get Things Done framework, it is here to help us clarify and organize our to-do list and to-do tasks in a way that we will not forget, and put them in areas where we can remember them. For instance, if it is an invite for a birthday, once you have accepted it, once you have been sent maybe via WhatsApp or via email, it is important you add that invite to your calendar because it will remind you when maybe a day earlier or on that day that you need to attend a specific event. And by that, it will no longer be an issue. Your friends will no longer be mad at you because you missed that appointment or their special day. So the first thing that you need to do is to capture everything that you have received on your phone, through your email, through calls, through messages. Capture them. And in this aspect of capture, you need to know where your inbox is. It could be a digital platform or a notebook, but I'll prefer a digital inbox because that's where you'll be able to access it anytime, especially on your phone. If you can save those items that you need to do on your phone, it's easier for you to retrieve them because you are always with your phone and it's not easy for you to forget a phone. And also, when you are capturing, the importance of capturing is to make sure that you free your mind. Your mind is not able to store all the information. That's why you keep missing those important dates, you keep missing those important interviews or invites that you received in your email 1 month ago, and then when you see a post on social media, you are like, oh, I had an invite for this event, it has already happened. Yeah, that's why you need to capture everything that is in your mail, maybe on your social media. Put it down, have an inbox system for it. The next step in the Get Things Done framework is to clarify. After you've captured everything, do not censor anything. Capture all those things in your inbox system. Then now you need to clarify. Then now go one by one. When you see something like interview invite, you need to ask yourself, what is it? And then once you ask yourself what is it, you define, maybe it's an interview invite. You need to ask yourself, is it actionable? Can you action it? If the answer is yes, then determine the action required. That means if it is an interview invite, the action will be preparing for that interview. And then another thing, if you ask yourself if it is actionable and you say no, the best thing to do is either discard it or incubate it for a future reference. Maybe it's an information, a manual that you had bought something, so you filed it. You may need it in the future when you want to run that item that you bought. But also, if it is not actionable and it is not something that you can reference in the future, then discard it. And this will keep your mind clear and also your organized inbox clear. So anything that is actionable, make sure you write down. You say what you're going to do next. If it is to call that teacher who is teaching your children at school, then write it down. Call teacher so and so on this date at this time and put a reminder, and that will help you to keep track and not miss important things in your life. The third aspect is organize. Definitely you need to organize. Once you've seen that something is actionable, then you need to organize. If it is an interview, check that email. It has said when is that interview going to take place. Maybe it's Thursday at 8 a.m. Then you need now to organize that in your calendar. Put it in your calendar and add a reminder to it. If it is going for a family vacation that you had planned, then put that in the calendar. Say when it's going to happen and put actions which include like maybe reserving hotels, getting logistics, planning for logistics if you don't have a car, and writing down all the activities that are going to happen in that vacation. When you organize your ideas this way, it means that it's clear, it's actionable, and you'll be able to do it because you have already broken it down into simpler tasks. If it is booking, you need to say you have to book a hotel by this day so that on this date you are able to go for that vacation. Okay, in part of organizing, things that you have said that they are for future reference, also save them in a folder labeled very well future reference. If you are doing manually, then have files that you have named them. If you are doing it digitally, maybe it's online drives, then make sure everything is in a specific folder. So for future reference, have that folder named future reference to make sure that anytime that you want to review, you can just search future reference and then it pops out as easy as it is. If you have watched this video up to this far, it means that you love my content. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel and like this video. The fifth step or the fifth principle in the getting things done, which is the art of improving productivity, is to engage. Once you have sorted your inbox, you have clarified, and you have organized, then you need to engage. The things that you said you will do, you need to go back and find out whether you have done them. If you have not done them, then ask yourself, why have I not done this thing? And then write down things that have affected you from executing that task. If it is actionable, then you'll go ahead and action it. If it is not now actionable, then you discard it. Also, if it is something that you are waiting for someone else, maybe it's a process, you're waiting for someone to do something so that they can send it back to you, then you need to engage with them and ask them how far they have gone with those tasks. And this will help you to stay organized. And this cuts across all areas: social, family, schoolwork, or even employment. You always need to have this getting things done framework and practice it. It is a process. Once you finish engage, then you can now start again to capture anything that new comes. You capture, then you clarify. After you have clarified, you organize those things, and then after organizing, you reflect, and then after reflecting, you engage. And that is a process that goes, it's a cycle, it never stops, and this will help you have a mental clarity, and you will stay on top of the things. Another important rule in this book that I've learned is the 2-minute rule. If a task can be done in 2 minutes, then do it. If it cannot be done within 2 minutes, then delegate it and then follow up from there, the progress. That's why I've said it's a cycle. Once you capture, you need to engage and review and reflect. Here are the benefits of getting things done framework. It reduces stress. By having a clear and organized system, frees your mind from remembering tasks, because the mind cannot remember everything. You have to note down things that you need to do and then set reminder against them, which can always remind you what to do, and this frees your mind. And once your mind is free, it can become more creative. Another benefit is this framework increases your productivity. You focus on the right task at the right time without multitasking, because also multitasking can reduce productivity. But when you clearly state, today when I wake up, I'm going to read a book for 1 hour, I'm going to work out for 1 hour, then I'm going to do 4 hours of deep work, and then later in the evening I'm going to socialize, like that. So it makes you focused. which increases productivity as compared to doing little things in the whole day. You'll not have achieved anything because you have touched on this, you have touched on this, you have touched on this other thing. But when you commit yourself and you say, I'm going to have every day 4 hours of deep work, you're going to achieve a lot of things. Another benefit is it makes you have better decision making. You'll not be able to book for things that you know these dates I will be committed into something else, because you're already organized. You know next weekend you're going to do this. You know what you're going to do on Monday or Wednesday. So when you get an invite, you are able to say, this day I will not be available, or this day I will be available, and then you can mark it in your calendar. But when you have not organized anything, you can find yourself overbooked in a single day or in a single week, and you cannot divide yourself in all those areas. Then you're going to reduce your productivity, and you're going to fail your friends or workmates or even family when you don't show up for the event. The best way to get started with getting things done, a framework, is by reading this book and customizing the process according to your needs. Because getting things done framework, it's not strict to a specific thing. It can be applied in all areas of our life. And then when you start capturing and going through the entire process, make sure you are consistent. Every day or every week, you set some time aside to review whatever you had written. You review your achievements, and then review the things that you have written. Maybe others are actionable, others are not actionable. Discard some, and then others keep for future reference. Then feel free to use a tool that works for you, if it is digital or manual, whatever works for you, provided it's something that you can keep track of and you can be consistent throughout the year or throughout the month. So getting things done framework can help you improve productivity, to stay focused, and to live a stress-free life. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.